A world with no tuberculosis? Is it possible? The World Health Organization seems to think so, and their ambitious End TB plan by 2035 is evidence of that. Tuberculosis remains one of the top 10 leading causes of death worldwide. The life cycle of tuberculosis infection makes it difficult to treat. It can lay dormant in the person's body as latent tuberculosis for many years before it becomes active in 5 to 10% of cases, when a person's immune system is no longer able to manage the infection, resulting in symptoms that affect the lungs, the brain, and the bones. The NTB strategy calls for a response equivalent to the enormity of the task, including a global effort in screening high-risk populations before it becomes active disease. In Australia, the rates of active tuberculosis are low and are now estimated at 6 per 100,000, with overseas-born populations representing 86% of the notified TB cases in Australia. Overseas-born people are at an increased risk of developing active tuberculosis, as a majority will have latent TB acquired from their country of origin. These numbers illustrate how to further drive down the rates of TB in Australia to ultimately reach the goal of ending TB. Control of overseas acquired cases is essential. The proposed study is a pilot program that aims to screen one such high-risk overseas-born population, international students, who represent 10% of all active cases of TB in Australia. The study will look at the uptake and acceptability of screening for latent tuberculosis infection for international students at the University of Western Australia. The screening program will be promoted through O-Week activities, with information provided on the screening program through introductory lectures, orientation seminars, and flyers around the university. The screening program will be a simple blood test called the interferon gamma release assay, which is the gold standard for the identification of latent infection. Students who choose to participate will provide demographic data, and if they meet the inclusion criteria, a blood sample will be taken. $1 voucher for people being part of the screening process. Following the blood test, they will receive 3 emails. The first will be their results and the requisite follow-up they need to do. The second will be an acceptability, and the third will be the eventual manuscript from the study. The data will include a descriptive analysis on both the uptake, based on the proportion of students expected to be screened, and the acceptability, based on the survey results. The acceptability survey asks 13 questions that are simple yes or no answers, and include: I wanted to be tested for TB, the test was easy and quick, and I would have got screened if there was no $10 voucher. This pilot study hopes to show that implementation of a screening program within the international student population will have both strong uptake and acceptability potential at the University of Western Australia. This program is the first step towards population screening across all Australian tertiary institutions who accept international students, and to show that such a program is feasible. Australia has a unique opportunity to be the first country to eradicate TB, with the hope that this study can contribute to such a success. Thank you.